Okay, so I've gone in and darkened up my pupils a little bit. I've added eyelashes and eyebrows. I looked at my lips. I made them a little bit bigger. I curved this line in the middle. So that's I'm just looking in the mirror and saying, oh, when I have my lips closed, right, this little, it's not quite a straight line in between. So looking for those details. And then instead of just having a plain really solid oval at the bottom, I looked at what does my chin line look like, and where does my jawline look like, or my cheeks and jaw, where do they show up? So I need to add hair, and that's going to make a really big difference. If I'm going to add color to my eyes, I don't need to add anything necessarily right now, but I'm just to kind of show you how much better or more natural the eyes will look once I put some of those lines in that are usually seen in our iris with some variegated colors. So we also need to add a neck, right? So I'm going to look in my mirror and see where is my neck. So where does it attach to my face? It's not way over here where my ears are, but it's not way in here where my lips are either. And so I can see that my neck is pretty much lined up with the outside of my eyes. So yours might be a little bit smaller or larger. If I had room, I could add my shoulders, but on this paper I don't have room. So now I need to add some hair. And we've quite a few handouts to help us with hair. So even if you're a boy, your hair is going to cover up a lot of that oval. So even a very short hairstyle is going to come and cover up a lot of that oval. So if you're thinking about this as the whole oval that we've drawn, right? A tiny bit of our hair goes outside of it, but pretty much our hair is going to cover up, even with short hair, like I said, a good bit. If you have longer hair that comes down to your eyes, maybe even covering them a little bit, your hair is going to cover a lot of your forehead, even on this side where it's tucked back behind the ear. So whether you're a boy or a girl, and this hair is spiked, but it's still, the top of that oval would be right in there. So that hair still starts a good third to halfway down the forehead between where the eyes are, right? So our eye line would be right here, and our hair is pretty much halfway. So here's another eye line, top of the head. So this one's more about a third, all right? But covering up a good bit of the oval. Now I have bangs, and my bangs come all the way down to my eyebrows. The trick is I don't want to leave the side of my head without any hair. So I wouldn't want to come in here and draw these bangs. And they're kind of rough edged. I'm not looking specifically. They're actually a little bit longer than this. They really come down right now, especially to pretty much touching my eyebrows, even covering them up a little bit. But over here, it's not like my hair just ends and comes up here, okay? So we have lots of examples of girl hair as well. These are really stylized, almost like anime. Here's some more naturalistic looks. And again, the eye line's here, and her hair is tucked behind her ear. But even this part that's the furthest back is at least a third of the way between the crown of her head and her eyes. So that's a third. So, and this person has no bangs at all. The eye line's right here. The crown of the head's up here. And so this one's a little bit less than a third, and that's the smallest one that I see here. And on the sides, here's a good example. The ears are here. So our hair does kind of arch on the sides, right? So that oval's going to get a little bit smaller. And then depending on your hairstyle, it's going to stick out a little bit from that too, depending on if it's curly, wavy. Even if it's straight, it's still going to stick out from this general oval a little bit. So, and if you have your hair pulled up, that's going to look a little bit different than if you have your hair down. And maybe you're thinking of how you normally wear your hair. Maybe you don't love your hair the way it is today. You could still look in a mirror to get a general idea. Like my hair is pulled up today in a bun, and I can't really see a lot of it. I'm going to go ahead and do mine that way. My hair does kind of stick out almost, not quite as wide as my ear. And it comes up here. And you can, my bangs are going to kind of end and come this way. Again, my ears actually, I need to scoot this side of my face in a little bit. It was too wide for me. Let me erase that. When I took my glasses off for this particular self-portrait, I would add them. Well, I would have drawn them in there probably already if I wanted them to be on my face. And my bangs get a little bit longer next to my hair. Sorry, it's hard for me to talk and draw at the same time. So this is going to come up a little bit, and then up here I can't see a whole lot. I see a little bit of a ponytail. So when I'm looking in my mirror, I'm trying to look really directly into it, and then just a little bit of my bun is seen sticking up. Not all of it, like it would be if I had a ponytail, you might not be able to see it at all, except for maybe a little bit hanging out back here. So now that I'm starting to have some hair, I'm not putting a ton of details in. We're going to get to add some color. I do want to come and clean these lines up now. So really finding what lines am I keeping, what lines am I getting rid of. Can I see my ear? Maybe your hair covers your ear up and you can't see it. This part actually sticks out a little bit more. This curves in a little bit. That pops out. The side of my face is a little bit rounder here, up to where my hair is. Looking at this left ear, coming in and down. And so I need to erase the lines that I don't, whoops, those were my glasses, just fell on the floor. Erase the lines that I don't want. So I certainly don't want a big X in the middle of my face or cross. So drawing lightly is important. Oh no, I drew a touch too hard there. Trying to erase some smudges that I might have made while I was drawing as well. That was too much of an ear over there. Erase. So that's a pretty good start, and we'll talk about adding color. Oh, I did mention maybe just putting a few of these lines in even before adding color, just because it's going to make us look a bit more realistic. And those are just those light lines that we can kind of see where the colored part of our iris is. I'm going to make this a little bit darker. My ear got, too much of my ear got erased. So that is a pretty good start of a pencil drawing for me to be able to either go in and add shading or color using whatever media I would be choosing to finish this portrait. All right, thanks for watching.